All right, here we are, Steve, guys. Last break of the day. Steve, send us home with some great closing remarks for today. Had a good day today.
Okay. Hey, my closing remarks today is something that I want to share with you all that I've been kind of dealing with a lot lately, and I mean a lot. And the only reason I'm sharing it with you because I think there's quite a few people who can relate to this. The thing that I'm trying to correct in my thinking. The Bible says be anxious for nothing. And I'm pretty sure there are people who could explain this a lot better than me. But being anxious for nothing means, in other words, don't worry so much about what's going to happen. Don't want something so badly that it consumes you. Don't keep worrying about something that you want to see happen, that you're expecting to receive, that you want to be gifted, that you want to acquire, whatever it is. Be anxious for nothing. Now, that's hard to do. It really is, because naturally as people, including myself, me personally, I have a tendency to focus on the things that I want. Here's the problem with it. Here's a twofold problem with it. When you focus on what you want, number one, focusing on it shows a lack of faith, because everything you've ever needed, I mean, really, just ask yourself, hasn't God always done it? I mean, what you needed. You may not get everything you want. Everything you want ain't good for you. I can tell you that right now. I've wanted a whole lot of stuff turned out not to be good for me. But everything you've needed, God has taken care of. So being anxious for his will to be done, I mean, being anxious for him to do something in your life, which is something he's always done. It just exhibits a lack of faith when you become anxious for stuff. The second part of it is it causes you to lose focus on what you already have. And once you lose focus for what you already have, you are no longer showing the level of gratitude that you need to exhibit in order to move your life forward to the next level. That's a dangerous trap, and I find myself in it oftentimes. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. So what I'm trying to learn and teach myself and become comfortable with is how not to be anxious for nothing, realizing that God is always taking care of me. God is always taking care of you. God has never been late in this world. He ain't ever been late, not now single time. He always comes through with everything you need. He may not come when you want him, but he ain't never late. So I have to get comfortable in knowing that he has always come through for me. He has always delivered for me. So why am I being anxious? And in my anxiousness for what I don't have, I now cause myself to lose sight and show the proper amount of gratitude for what I do have. And gratitude is one of the major components of the principles of success, because the more you are grateful for, the more God will give you to be grateful for. You see, so sometimes I trick myself out of blessings by overthinking it, over wanting it. I mean, I'm not saying you're not supposed to want anything anymore. You will, but don't be anxious for it. Don't be sitting up fretting about it. He gonna do what he's supposed to do. And then, in another word, God don't really need your help to accomplish nothing. He really don't. He can get all this done without you. Get out the way. So, that's something right there. It's been one of the main focuses. And when I get it right, when I'm not anxious for nothing, and I do show the right amount of gratitude for what I've already been given, it releases pressure from me. You know, you've heard old people say, if you're going to pray about it, don't worry about it. And if you're going to worry about it, don't pray about it. And, you know, sometimes in my anxiousness, I'm praying for stuff over and over and over. But, you know, if you're going to pray about it, you got to not worry about it. But if you're anxious for something, you're worrying about it. You're just worrying about it. And that right there is not the way that it's done. It's just not the way it's done. And I've been learning over the past month or so really how to focus on that a lot better. And that may be something that you might be looking at too or going through. And I just wanted to share that with you because, you know, it could be something that you might be dealing with too. And I'm just sharing with you that you ain't the only one going through it. You ain't the only one feeling some kind of way about it. That in actuality, a lot of people might be doing it, and we doing it injustice to ourselves. So be anxious for nothing. Trust in the fact that God is always taking care of you, way better than you've taken care of yourself. Those are my closing remarks.